Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we come to you from Cincinnati with the first game of a four-game set between the Cubs and Reds. The Cubs are in third place, 3.5 games behind the division-leading Reds. And if they want to make up some ground in the division, it needs to start today. Let's see what we've got for lineups. So the Cubs are going to have Danny Santana playing out in left field today. Fletcher, Bryant, Baez, Travis Shaw over at first. Almora in center, Contreras and Hayward. And Jonathan Loaiza making the start for the Cubs. He is making his 13th start of the season. He is 3-4 with a 4.68 ERA, 1.16 WHIP. The Reds are going to send out a lineup of Votto, Winkler, Castellanos, former Cub there, hit him hard in the last series, Suarez, Senzel, Barnhart, Galvis, Akiyama, and Trevor Bauer will be the starter for the Reds. He is also making his 13th start of the season, 5-2 with a 3.46 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. Today we have 71 degrees and partly cloudy, a light breeze, blowing in from left at 9 mph, and almost 34,000 in attendance today. And I can see that I need to make just a couple of quick adjustments here before we're ready to begin. All right, Trevor Bauer on the mound, facing Danny Santana to lead off the game. Cubs coming in at 31 and 32. Reds coming in at 34 and 28. Reds took 3 out of 4 from the Cubs in Chicago last week. Cubs trying to return the favor here in Cincinnati. Trevor Bauer looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And that is a hard hit ball down to the right field corner. Santana rounds first. He is heading for second. He is going to be sliding into second with a leadoff double. Nice piece of hitting there by Danny Santana. Leadoff double, and now Dave Fletcher will be the next batter. 3-1 count to Fletcher. Bauer with the pitch. That's a grounder to short. That'll be routine. He looks the runner back to second, throws over to first for out number 1. Now we have Chris Bryant standing in. Bryant with a 1-2 count, swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a changeup that he got way out in front of. Javier Baez now the batter with 2 outs, runner still on second base, full count to Baez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Baez strikes out to end the inning. The Cubs waste the leadoff double, and now we go to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Joey Votto will lead off against Jonathan Loaiza. 1-1 count, righty Loaiza pitching to the lefty Votto. Here comes the pitch. That's a routine grounder to second. Fletcher has it, throws to first for out number 1. Jesse Winkler now the batter. Winkler comes in with 10 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch. And he draws a walk on a full count. Watches a changeup go by inside. Nick Castellanos will now be the batter. Castellanos has been the hottest hitter in the Reds lineup. He is hitting .298 with 15 home runs so far this year. Oh, and the pitch gets away. That's going to be a wild pitch as it goes all the way to the backstop. And Winkler advances to second. Castellanos now batting with a 2-2 count. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a big strikeout right there by Loaiza to get Castellanos out. And now Eugenio Suarez will be the next batter with runner on second and 2 out. Full count. And that is popped up to the right side. Second baseman Fletcher flags it down in short right field, and that will retire the side. No hits, 1 walk. We go to the Top of the second of a 0-0 game. Travis Shaw will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the second with a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is strikeout number 3 on the day for Trevor Bauer. Wilson Contreras now with another 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is punch out number 4. And Bauer really has that changeup working well for him here in the early going. Jason Hayward now the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. 2-0 count to Hayward. Bauer with the pitch. Grounder to second. Throw to first. Hayward is retired. The Cubs go down in order in the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 game. Nick Senzel will lead off for the Reds. First pitch to Senzel. And that is a pop up to right. Hayward running, tracking it down. Makes the catch short of the warning track in the right field corner. And now Tucker Barnhart will be the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count. And that is popped up to center. Almora is going back, and he is going to make that play on the warning track in center field for out number 2. Freddie Galvis now with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-ball count to Galvis. Here's the pitch. That is looped over the second baseman's head into right field. That was a little Texas leaguer that just found the perfect spot to land. And that'll be the Reds' first base hit of the game as Galvis is standing on first with a single. Akiyama will now bat. 2 outs, 1 man on. First pitch. Another blooper into right field. Hayward will let that one drop in front of him. And the throw goes to third as Galvis was very aggressive, sliding head first. And he is safe at third. So back-to-back singles. So now with 2 1-out singles, 2 2-out singles, excuse me, the runners have runners on first and third with 2 outs, and Trevor Bauer, the pitcher, is going to come up to bat. 2-2 pitch to Bauer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Loaiza gets out of the jam. We go now to the the top of the third inning of a 0-0 game. Almora will lead off for the Cubs. He has not been hitting much lately. 1-1 count. Almora pops it up to right. That is very high and very playable. And Castellanos puts it away for out number 1. Loaiza now batting with 1 out, nobody on, and a 2-1 count. Popped up to center. It looks like that'll also be playable. Medium depth center field, and Akiyama makes the catch for out number 2. Danny Santana now will bat for the Cubs. He led off the game with a double, but he was stranded on second. First pitch to Danny Santana. That's going to be another base hit. That's hit hard down in the left field corner. Santana using the whole field today. He rounds first, heading for second, and he is standing in with another double. That is his second double of the game. Fletcher now the batter. Cubs trying to get a 2-out rally going. 0-2 pitch to Fletcher. And that gets away. It looks like that's going to be scored a passed ball. The runner, Santana, advances to third. And now Fletcher standing in with a chance to break this game open. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That changeup has just been a killer for Bauer today. Well, the Cubs get a runner all the way to third this time, but they still do not drive in the run. We go to the bottom of the third of a 0-0 game. Loaiza will pitch to Joey Votto, Reds leadoff hitter, in the bottom of the third. 2-1 count to Votto. Grounder up the middle, shortstop Baez has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Jesse Winker now the batter. 1-0 count to Winker. Weak grounder to first, Shaw has it, steps on the bag, that'll be out number 2. And now Nick Castellanos is the batter. He's coming up with 2 outs and thankfully nobody on base. Full count to Castellanos. Swing and a miss on the changeup. That is third strikeout of the day for Jonathan Loaiza. We're going to the top of the 4th. As the Reds are retired in order, it is still a 0-0 game. Trevor Bauer coming out, 5 strikeouts on the day, facing Chris Bryant to lead off the top of the 4th inning. 2-2 count to Bryant. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 6 on the day for Trevor Bauer. Baez now the batter with 1 out and nobody on base. 1-1 count to Baez. That's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. Throws to first for out number 2. Shaw now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning. 2-0 count to Shaw. That is popped up to right. It's deep but playable in the right field corner. And Castellanos makes the catch for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 0-0 in Cincinnati. Eugenio Suarez now the batter. Going to lead off for the Reds in the bottom of the 4th. 1 strike pitch. That's going to be another base hit. He split the gap between second and first, and he will be standing on first base with a leadoff single. Nick Senzel will now bat. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a liner to right. Hayward is going to let that drop in front of him. The throw goes to third, and that is going to be, he is going to be safe at third. Suarez slides in safely, going first to third on the single. Hayward not able to get the throw there quite in time, and suddenly the Reds have a little something going here in the bottom of the 4th inning. There are runners on the corners with nobody out. Tucker Barnhart is the next batter. 2-2 pitch to Barnhart. Popped up on the infield. That's not going to be an infield fly. However, Baez will make the catch behind second base for the first out. And now Freddie Galvis will be the batter. He steps up with 1 out. Runners on the corners. Reds trying to break through in this scoreless game. 2-1 pitch. That is going to be popped up to right. Hayward goes back. He looks up, and it is gone. The Reds have scored 3 runs on the Galvis homer to right field. 367 feet. And the Reds are up 3-0. Well, Akiyama now the batter with 1 out and the bases cleared. 2-2 pitch to Akiyama. That's going to be another base hit over the second baseman's head into right field. Everybody's pulling the ball on Loaiza today. And now Trevor Bauer is the batter with Akiyama on first and 1 out. 1 ball count. That'll be a bunt. The bunt is fielded. It's thrown to first. Fletcher is covering first. Bauer gets the sacrifice. And that'll be 2 outs. The runner, Akiyama, advancing to second. And now Joey Votto is the batter. 2 outs. Runner on second. Full count. Ground ball to first. Oh, and that gets by. That gets by Shaw at first base. I'm not sure if they're going to rule that an error. The runner from second is going to come all the way around to score, as Akiyama never stopped running when he rounded third. Votto is being credited with a double, and so the Reds have a 4-0 lead. Jesse Winker now is the batter. 2 outs, runner on second. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's a line drive into left field. That's going to drive in another run. Santana plays it off the wall in left field. Votto comes all the way around to score. Winker heads into second with another double. And now the Reds are up 5-0. And David Ross has seen enough of Jonathan Loaiza for today. We have a new pitcher coming in now. Right-handed pitcher Tyson Miller making his first Major League appearance of the season. Tyson Miller is going to face Nick Castellanos with 2 outs and a runner on second base, and the Cubs still trying to get out of this bottom of the 4th inning. 5 runs have already scored. Here's a 1-ball count. That's a base hit. Oh, no, that's a catch. That was a liner that looked like it was headed for center field, but Baez gets some leather on it and ends the inning. Well, the Reds score 5 times, and we go now to the top of the 5th of a 5-0 Red lead. Wilson Contreras will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 5th inning. 2-ball count to Contreras. Popped up to right. That is going to be playable in medium depth right field. That is going to be caught for out number 1. Jason Hayward now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch to Hayward. That's going to be landed in center field, short center field, but over the shortstop's head for a single. So Hayward standing on first, Almora the batter. Cubs need to start trying to cash in on some of these opportunities. They've had runners on base several times, but not managed to score yet. 1-2 pitch to Almora. That's a pop-up to center field. That's going to be playable. The center fielder comes in. Akiyama makes the catch for out number 2. And now the pitcher, Miller, will bat for himself with 2 outs and 1 man on. 1-ball count to Tyson Miller. That's a grounder up the middle. The second baseman Fields throws to short, covering second, and that'll be the end of the inning as Hayward is retired on the fielder's choice to end the Cubs half of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 5-0 Red lead. Suarez is going to lead off for the Reds here. Tyson Miller is going to face the 4, 5, 6 batters in the Reds order in the bottom of the 5th. 1 strike count. Here's the pitch. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Low throw to first. However, Shaw scoops it up for out number 1. Senzel is the batter. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit on the right field line. Senzel rounds first. He's heading for extra bases. He slides into second safely with a double. Hayward tried hard to get that ball back in to throw him out at second, but the throw was late. And now Tucker Barnhart is the batter with 1 out and 1 man on. He is 0 for 2 today. 3-0 count to Barnhart. And that is ball 4 outside. He heads down to first. Freddie Galvis now the batter. He has a home run. He broke the game open with his 3-run home run last inning. Galvis 2 for 2. Here's an 0-2 pitch from Tyson Miller. Grounder to second. The throw goes to short. There is no relay to first, however, as the double play is broken up. Hard slide right there by Barnhart at second base. There are now 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Akiyama is the batter. Cubs trying to get out of the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. The runner from third is going to score. The runner on first is heading all the way over to third on a close play. He is safe at third. The throw is not in time. RBI single for Akiyama, and the Reds now lead 6-0. Trevor Bauer is the batter. He comes up with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Cubs struggling to get out of this inning again. There's a slow roller to short. The throw goes to first, and the side is retired. Well, we go to the top of the 6th inning of a 6-0 Reds lead. Trevor Bauer is batting. Trevor Bauer is pitching to the batter, Santana, here in the top of the 6th inning. Santana has got 2 doubles already today. That's going to be a weak roller up the middle. And Santana is safe at first with an infield single. Nice hustle there by Santana to get down the line to first base. Fletcher now the batter. If the Cubs are going to come back, they've got to start figuring out how to capitalize on base runners. Fletcher is coming up with runner on first, nobody out. First pitch to Fletcher. Here it comes. And that's going to be a base hit over the third baseman's head down the left field line. Santana rounds second, heading for third. Fletcher is going to come into second with a double. And the Cubs have got something going here in the top of the 6th inning. Winker was very slow getting that ball back into the infield. Cubs have second and third, nobody out, and Chris Bryant is the batter. Full count to Bryant. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a Fastball at 93, up around his eyes. Brian had no chance of catching up with that. Strikeout number 7 on the day for Trevor Bauer. And now Baez is going to bat with 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position, and an 0-1 count. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to drive in some runs. The first run of the game scores for the Cubs. Fletcher comes around. He scores. And it is 6-2 Reds as Baez slides in safely with an RBI double. Cubs finally break through, get on the board here in the top of the 6th inning. Travis Shaw now the batter. Runner on second, 1 out. Cubs need to keep chipping away at this lead. 1-2 count. Here it comes. That's going to be hard hit to center field. That's going to be a home run to straightaway center field. Travis Shaw has just made this game 4-2 on a 446 home run, 446-foot home run to straightaway center field. He got a fastball that he liked and he just walloped it. So now the Reds' deficit is cut down to 2, and Wilson Contreras is the batter against Trevor Bauer with 1 out, nobody on base. 1 ball count to Wilson Contreras. That's popped up to right. Is it going to drop? It does. Contreras, with a Texas leaguer, is standing on first with a single. And now Jason Hayward is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 pitch to Hayward. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, that is strikeout number 8 on the day for Trevor Bauer, and Almora now is the batter with 2 outs, 1 man on. Cubs already scored 4 times in this inning. First pitch, the runner is going. He slides and he is safe. Contreras with the rare display of speed. I think Bauer must have just fallen asleep out there on the mound, completely forgot that he was out there. So now Almora has a runner in scoring position that he can try to drive in. 2 outs, full count to Almora. Swing and a miss at ball 4. That pitch was way outside, and Almora swung at it anyway. Well, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Cubs are still trailing, but it is only 6-4. Joey Votto is going to lead off for the Reds. He is the Reds' leadoff hitter, and he plays first base as well. Tyson Miller is coming out. He's already thrown an inning and a third today. He's going to continue to pitch for the Cubs in the bottom of the 6th. 1 strike count. Miller facing Votto. Here's the pitch. Grounded to first. Shaw throws to Miller covering first, and that is out number 1. Winker now the batter. 1 out, 1 strike pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left field. That bounces in front of Santana. He plays it on 1 hop. Gets it back into the infield. Winker took a big turn around first base, but thought better of it. Headed back to the bag. Castellanos now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. 1-1 pitch to Castellanos. And that is popped up to center field. That is going to be playable. Is going to be put away by Almora for out number 2. Castellanos gave that one a ride, but it was to the deepest part of the ballpark, and Almora flagged it down for out number 2. Suarez now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on, and a 2-2 pitch. And that is popped up to left. That is curving. It is going to be caught. Oh, and it is dropped. Oh, Santana lucked out. The umpire rules that he was in foul territory. It looked like he was standing right on the line. So that is not going to put any runners on base. However, Suarez is going to get a second chance at life here with a full count pitch. And he draws the walk. That is high. That is ball 4. Second walk issued by Miller. And now he's going to pitch to Senzel with 2 outs and 2 men on. And he's got to get this 3rd out. Man, if the can just hold the Reds right here and try to keep coming back in this game, it would be huge. 1 ball count. Miller looking in. Here's the pitch. That is laced into center field. Almora races back and makes the catch for out number 3. Well, the Cubs averted disaster there in the bottom of the 6th. We go now to the top of the 7th of a 6-4 game. Jason Kipnis is going to be brought in. He's going to pinch hit against the righty Trevor Bauer to lead off the top of the 7th inning. He is pinch hitting in the pitcher's spot. 1 strike count. Bauer to Kipnis. Ground ball to short. The throw goes to first. And that is out number 1. Score that one 6-3. Santana now the batter. He stands in from the left side. The switch hitting Santana will face the righty Bauer. 1-2 count to Santana. That's going to be a base hit into right center field. That one hops all the way to the wall. Santana just on a tear today. He has double number 3 of the day. And now we're going to see the Reds bring in a relief pitcher. It's going to be Robert Stevenson. He has thrown 25 1/3 so far this year. 13 earned runs, 13 walks, 29 strikeouts, and a 4.62 ERA. Fletcher will be the batter for the Cubs. First pitch from Stevenson to Fletcher with 1 out, runner on second. And that's going to be another base hit. That's going to be to the gap in right center field. Santana's coming all the way around. He is going to score. This is now a 6-5 ball game as Fletcher records the RBI double. That is RBI number 31 on the season for David Fletcher. And now Chris Bryant is the batter. With 1 out, another runner on second base. The Cubs have hit back-to-back doubles. And the first pitch to Chris Bryant. That is going to be popped up. The third baseman is going to have it in foul territory for out number 2. And Baez now the batter. Baez coming up. He is 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. And if he can drive in this run, it would tie the game. Baez with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Baez goes down swinging. And the Cubs do score another run. The game is now 6-5 in favor of the Reds. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tucker Barnhart will be the next batter for the Reds. He will face new Cub pitcher Trevor Rosenthal. David Ross managed to squeeze 2 1/3 innings out of Tyson Miller. And now Rosenthal is going to be brought in to protect the 1-run deficit in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 count. Rosenthal looking in and gets the sign, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball at 97, up around the shoulders. Good pitch by Rosenthal. Now Freddie Galvis coming up. He is 2 for 3 today with a home run, 3 RBIs, and here's a 3-1 pitch to Freddie Galvis. That's going to be hard hit down to the left field corner. That's going to be extra bases. Galvis rounds first, heading for second. The throw comes in. It is cut off. Galvis slides into second safely with a double. And now Akiyama is the batter. He steps up with 1 out, runner in scoring position. Rosenthal with a full count pitch. Here it comes. That is hit into center field. That is going to be playable. Almora puts it away for out number 2. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter. The lefty Derek Dietrich will be pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. Trevor Bauer's day is done. Well, Trevor Bauer's day was already done. The relief pitcher Stevenson also sees his day come to an end. And now Dietrich will bat with 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch, Rosenthal looking in. Here it comes. That's going to be lined to right, and the second baseman Fletcher is going to have it for the 3rd out. We go now to the top of the 8th inning of a 6-5 Red lead. Michael Lorenzen is brought in by the Reds. He has thrown 25 innings so far this year, 9 walks to 33 strikeouts and a 3.24 ERA. Lorenzen will face Shaw, Contreras, and Hayward in the top of the 8th inning. Full count pitch to Shaw. Lorenzen looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a liner. It's going to get past the second baseman into right field. Shaw has a leadoff single here in the top of the 8th inning. Well, Contreras now the batter. He's coming up with the tying run on first base. Nobody out. Contreras waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be lined into center field. Back-to-back base hits to lead off the 8th inning for the Cubs. There are now runners on first and second. And Jason Hayward is the batter. Hayward, with the tying run now standing on second base, is going to get a 1-ball count. And that is popped up to center. That is not going to drop in unless it's misplayed. The center fielder, Akiyama, makes the catch for out number 1. It was a shallow fly ball, and the runners are not able to advance. And now Ian Happ. Ian Happ is going to pinch hit for the center fielder, Albert Almora, here in the top of the 8th inning. Happ is going to stand in from the left side. He's a switch hitter. And he is going to face Michael Lorenzen with 1 out and a 2-2 count. Happ waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the changeup. Well, Happ is sent back to the dugout, muttering to himself over that strikeout. And now Mike Tauschman, another lefty, is going to come up, and he is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. Tauschman comes up with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Cubs trying to drive in this tying run. 1-ball count to Tauschman. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to second. That is routine. The throw goes to first, and the side is retired. The Cubs strand 2 runners in the top of the 8th inning. Got off to such a promising start. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th of a 6-5 Red lead. And Sammy T is coming in to pitch for the Cubs. He has thrown 8 innings so far this year, 4 walks to 9 strikeouts, and a 2.25 ERA. Sammy T is going to face the top of the Reds lineup, Votto, Winkler, and Castellanos here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Full count pitch, and Sammy's looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. That is high and in. That is ball 4. So Votto heads down to first, and Winker is going to be the batter. Here's the first pitch to Winker, and that is a liner up the middle. Baez has it. He throws to first. Votto had an excellent jump. I think he was trying to steal on that play, or maybe it was a hit and run even. So Votto is standing on second on the fielder's choice. Winker is retired at first. Castellanos now the next batter with 1 out, runner in scoring position. 1-2 count. 1-1 count to Castellanos. That's a grounder to Baez. He has it again, throws to first. And he looks the runner back to second to make sure that Votto doesn't advance this time. 2 outs, and a runner on second, and Eugenio Suarez is the next batter. Suarez looking for the first pitch here from Sammy T. They're going to intentionally walk him. They're going to put him on first in deference to Nick Senzel. Senzel is going to bat with first and second, and 2 outs. Cubs trying to get out of this bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch. Here it comes. Senzel grounds to short. Baez has it. Throws to Fletcher covering second, and that is out number 3. Well, I think that's the first time this season that the intentional walk has worked out in David Ross's favor. So we go to the top of the 9th inning. Cubs sending the top of their lineup up in a 6-5 Red lead. And Raziel Iglesias is going to be the pitcher for the Reds. He has been phenomenal this year. He is 2-0, 27 2/3 innings thrown, 8 walks to 42 strikeouts, and a 1.63 ERA. Iglesias is going to face Santana, Fletcher, and Bryant here in the top of the 9th inning. 1-1 count to Santana. 18 saves on the season for Iglesias, looking for number 19. And that is a shot to right center field. That is going to tie the ball game. The 1-1 pitch to Santana. He is now 5 for 5 today, and he just hit a 412-foot home run off the Reds closer to tie this game at 6. What a day by Danny Santana. David Fletcher now the batter. He's coming up in a tie game. Nobody out, top of the 9th inning. Fletcher waiting for the 1-1 pitch. There it comes. And that is popped up. That is too high and a little short. That's going to be played at medium depth left field by Peyton for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter with 1 out. Nobody on base. And Bryant waiting for the full count pitch. There it comes. Bryant watches strike 3 go by at the knees. Iglesias records out number 2, and now Baez is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on base. 1-2 count to Baez. Iglesias with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Cubs get that run they needed to tie the game. They're going to force the bottom of the 9th inning at a minimum on the Santana home run, and now it is a 6-6 game. Sammy T is going to continue to pitch for the Cubs. He is going to start his 2nd inning of work. He's going to face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Reds lineup. Tucker Barnhart will lead off for the Reds. 3-0 count. Inside ball 4. That is the 3rd walk issued by Sammy T today. He has not had great command in this game. And now Freddie Galvis, the man who hit the 3-run homer in the 4th inning, is now coming up with a potential winning run on first base. 2-1 count to Galvis. Here's the pitch. That's a line drive to left field. That's going to drop in front of Santana. The throw goes to 3rd. The runners hold at 1st and 2nd. And now the Reds have a chance to try to win this game. Akiyama's coming up. There, nobody out. Runners on 1st and 2nd, and Zach Britton is going to be the new pitcher for the Cubs. Zach Britton has thrown 22 2/3, 18 walks, 23 strikeouts, and a 4.76 ERA. Britton will face Akiyama, and then the pitcher's spot, he's going to face Akiyama and then Van Meter, the second baseman, because there was a double switch when Iglesias came in. So, Britton with a 1-2 count. And here is the pitch. That is strike 3 called. Akiyama's not happy about that. Britton has recorded out number 1. Now he needs to get Van Meter and Votto to get out of this inning. So 1 out, runners on 1st and 2nd. Britton with a full count. Here's the pitch. Popped up to left. Santana's coming in. He makes the catch for out number 2. Runners are not able to advance. Fly ball to left field was too shallow to allow tagging up. And now Votto is the batter. Britton will face Votto with 2 outs. Runners on 1st and 2nd. And Britton just needs to get this guy out. 1-2 count. There's a grounder to 1st. Shaw has it. He races over to 1st base and he makes the out. That is out number 3. Votto grounds out, 3 unassisted. We go to the top of the 10th inning of a 6-6 tie. Shaw now the batter. He's going to face Iglesias, who's going to come out for his 2nd inning of work. Shaw today had a monster home run out to center field in the 6th inning. He is 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs today. Full count pitch to Shaw. Iglesias coming to the plate. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throws to 1st. He was playing behind 2nd base on the shift. And Shaw is retired for out number 1. Contreras now the batter. With 1 out and a 1-2 count. Contreras waiting for the pitch. and Contreras is hit. Contreras heads down to first base. He is not happy about that. Contreras standing on first, and now the left-hander Amir Garrett is going to be the new pitcher for the Reds. He hasn't thrown 15 innings so far this year, 13 walks to 16 strikeouts, and a 13.80 ERA. That seems really high because it is. Hayward now the batter. Hayward is going to step up with one out, one man on, and an 0-2 count. And Hayward strikes out swinging on the slider. Ian Happ now the batter. He was a pinch hitter earlier in the game for Almora. When he pinch hit, he came into left actually, and Santana shifted over to center. So Happ is going to be the batter with 2 outs, runner on first, batting from the right side this time against the lefty Garrett. First pitch to Happ. And that is a strike. The pickoff throw goes down to first. Barnhart is trying to pick off Contreras at first, I guess because Contreras stole a base earlier in the game. So they don't want to get caught napping on him this time. Anyway, Happ is going to bat now. He has a 1-2 count, and here's the pitch. Happ strikes out swinging. Well, that'll end the Cubs half of the 10th. We go to the bottom of the 10th of a 6-6 tie. Peyton now the batter. Peyton came in to play left field earlier in this game. He is going to face Britton to lead off the Reds half of the 10th. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Britton. Strike 3 looking. Britton has looked pretty sharp today. He's recorded 4 outs and 2 of them have been strikeouts. Castellanos now the batter. He's going to stand in from the right side against the lefty Britton. 1-2 count from Britton. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the sinker. That is strikeout number 3 for Britton. And that's going to be the end of Britton's day. And now we're going to see Ian Kennedy. Ian Kennedy is going to come in. He's thrown 21 2/3 of 8 walk, 26 strikeout baseball with an 8.31 ERA. He probably needs to work on lowering that a bit. He's going to face Mike Moustakas, who is pinch hitting for the pitcher. Well, no, there was another double switch. I'm sorry. He's in the spot that Iglesias was in, but when Amir Garrett was brought in, there was another double switch. So Garrett's in the 9 spot now, and Moustakas is playing second and batting 4th. Kennedy will pitch to Moustakas with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. And Kennedy looks for the sign, and here's the pitch. Strike 3 on the check swing. That is the end of the inning. So that is it for the Reds half of the 10th inning. We go down to the top of the 11th of a 6-6 tie. Amir Garrett going to continue to pitch for the Reds. He is going to face Cubs pitcher Ian Kennedy. I'm not sure, but David Ross might be... Well, he still has Josh Phegley and he has Steven Souza left on the bench. But that's it for pinch hitters. So Kennedy is going to be allowed to pitch for himself, hit for himself, the pitcher, against the pitcher Garrett. 1-2 count from Garrett. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a fastball, but it was low and away, and he got him to chase one there. So Santana, who is 5 for 5 today, coming up in the top of the 11th inning, he hit the game-tying home run in the top of the 9th to send this thing into extra innings. Santana with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the first time Santana's been retired today. Well, that'll bring up Dave Fletcher. He's coming up with 2 outs and nobody on. And Fletcher will see a 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. High and away, ball 4. Fletcher heads down to first with the walk. And now Bryant the batter with 2 outs, runner on first. Cubs trying to break this 6-6 tie in extra innings. 1-1 pitch to Bryant. And that's a routine grounder to short. The throw goes to second. and the Cubs are retired in the top of the 11th. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning, still tied up at 6. Ian Kennedy will continue to pitch for the Cubs. He's going to face Senzel, Tucker Barnhart, and Freddie Galvis here in the bottom of the 11th. Kennedy with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to second. Fletcher fields it in short right field and throws to first for out number 1. Barnhart now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. 1 strike count to Barnhart. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a liner up the middle, a single for Barnhart with 1 out. The throw comes back into the infield. Barnhart with a wide turn, but he heads back. And now the Reds have the winning run on first base, and Freddie Galvis is the batter. Freddie Galvis, 4 for 5 today with a home run and 3 RBIs. And he is going to come up with 1 out, 1 man on. First pitch to Galvis from Kennedy. That's going to be a liner to the left. That's going to be played on a hop by Happ. And that is going to, the throw will go to third. That'll be another base hit for the Reds. They now have first and second. All right, let's reset the situation for you. We're in the bottom of the 11th inning, a 6-6 tie. The Reds have first and second and 1 out. Akiyama is the batter. Kennedy pitching. Cubs trying to extend this game out to the 12th inning. Here's an 0-2 pitch from Kennedy. Strike 3 called, and Akiyama goes down looking. Well, Akiyama just got thrown out of the game. It looks like he must have used a colorful metaphor to describe the home plate umpire, and he has been tossed. Not happy about that 3rd strike call. Now, Curt Casali is going to bat for the Reds. He will pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. Coming up with 2 outs, still 2 men on. And here's the first pitch. That is popped up to center field and is going to be caught as Santana puts it away for out number 3. The Cubs escape yet another jam. We go to the top of the 12th inning of a 6-6 tie. Former Cub Pedro Strop is going to be the new pitcher for the Reds. He has thrown 22 innings this year, 6 walks, 28 strikeouts, and a 3.27 ERA. He is going to face former teammate Javier Baez to lead off the Cubs half of the 12th. Baez with a 1-2 count, looking for the pitch. Strop gets the sign, and here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a cutter that dove away. And Baez is down on strikes. Shaw now the batter. Shaw is 2 for 5 today with a home run. Batting with 1 out and nobody on. 1-1 count to Shaw. Here comes the pitch. Popped up to center. Akiyama, well, it's not Akiyama. He's coming in. He actually got thrown out of the game for arguing balls and strikes. And so Casali, playing center field, makes the catch for out number 2. Pretty sure he's a catcher, but I guess maybe he played center field in high school or something. I don't know. Contreras now is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count to Contreras. Strop with the pitch. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Contreras gets a 2-out single as he stays on first base, and Hayward now the batter. Hayward coming up with 2 outs and a chance to break the tie here in the top of the 12th. 1 ball count, and there's goes the runner. Contreras slides, and he has just stolen his 2nd base of this game. Now, in fairness, it's an extra inning game, so maybe this is the 2nd base of a second 9-inning frame, but whatever. The point being, Contreras caught Strop sleeping out there on the mound. He steals 2nd. Hayward now has the go-ahead run in scoring position. Potentially going to try to drive in this run. 2-1 count to Hayward. That's a grounder to third. The throw goes to first. Hayward is retired easily. The Cubs do not capitalize on Wilson Contreras' aggressive base running, and we go to the bottom of the 12th of a 6-6 tie. Ian Kennedy is going to continue to pitch. He will face Votto to lead off the Reds' half of the 12th. 2-2 pitch to Votto. Here it comes. And that's going to be the ball game, folks. That is a high fly ball to right field. Votto just cracked that one right out of the ballpark. As he rounds third, coming home, he is going to be mugged by his teammates, and the Reds have just won this game 7-6. Well, the Cubs made an impressive comeback, being down 6 runs in the 5th inning, but ultimately they lose in extra innings. The player of the game is going to be the Reds' Freddie Galvis. Galvis, as soon as I find him here, went 5 for 6, scored a run, drove in 3, had the home run in the 4th inning that really started to break things open for the Reds early on, off Jonathan Loaiza. Pedro Strop is credited with the win. Trevor Bauer threw 6 1/3 as the starter, 9 hits, 5 runs all earned, 9 strikeouts, and allowed a home run. The Cubs' Ian Kennedy is tagged with the loss. He threw an inning and a third of 3-hit, 1-run baseball with 2 strikeouts, but the home run to Votto was the determining factor in this game. And just as a side note, Danny Santana, big day, 5 for 6, 3 runs, 1 RBI, and he also hit a home run to tie this game in the 9th inning. Well, the Cubs dropped to 31-33, while the Reds improved to 35-28. So, tune in tomorrow for Game 2 of this critical series between the Cubs and Reds.